Hello there, this is SD back with another run. I hope that you are doing well. We are going to be on our 6th run of the current streak today. Last time out we had a ridiculous run with Mantis C and completely crushed everything and got up onto my high score list, which was very nice. Today we're going to be playing quite a good ship. We rolled Roxy. It's probably the strongest. I scrolled past it. Roxy is the strongest of the 3 rock ships, in my opinion. You've got, it's not particularly, like, it's not a fantastic ship. It's not absolutely top tier, but it is quite strong. You've got, the most notable thing, you've got a crystal on your ship. It's one of only 3 ships that starts with crystal, and it's the only one that's not one of the crystal ships. So this is quite a good one to get the crystal sector if you haven't unlocked the crystal ships yet. The crystal is also quite useful generally for like dealing with borders and things like that. And this ship doesn't do too badly. If you get a teleporter, you can make it a pretty good ship as well. The things it's got a heavy crystal Mark 1, which is like a heavy laser. It's a bit slower, but it does, and it can be shot down by defensive drones, but it does pierce through a shield bubble. This is quite a nice weapon, and it's worth noting you've got weapons 3 already, so that's damage buffered by 2. That makes it very, very difficult for enemies to knock it offline, which means you can usually avoid sort of disastrous damage spirals that might occur if you take a hit on weapons. And you've also got a swarm missile, which is a decent missile weapon that you can charge up multiple times and it won't take up additional ammo. I tend to find that the swarm missile is actually often more useful fired at one point of charge, but we'll talk about why that is if that situation comes up. We obviously don't want to go there and put ourselves in the corner, so we have no choice but to jump here. Yeah, we'll attack them and try to get storage cache. This is a kind of dangerous ship. I think we're going to use a missile here. The thing about the missile is that it takes 7 seconds to fire the first shot. So you can often sucker punch an enemy and take something down. So yeah, we were not in danger there because our missile took out, otherwise like this would come in. We would either need to flash our shields as we're going to do. We're going to take the swarm missile down now, but it doesn't matter. If we'd flashed our shields there while this was still active, it would have come in and done us damage. Or we could leave it, but then the ion might come in, hit our shields as it would have done, and then the combat drone could do us damage for significant periods of time. Instead, we were able to get in our first rapid shot. Like, it's nice that the swarm missile can be spun up so that you can fire 3 missiles for the cost of 1. But more often, it's useful to just have it for the fact that you can fire 1 missile quickly. It does have the problem that it's a bit like Flak. It's not as accurate in terms of aiming at narrow routes. We got lucky there. The thing is, if we had missed the drones room, we would have hit weapons instead, and that would have been pretty decent as well. We're going to kill this ship here, because they can't dodge. We get 14, so we got 23 scrap and a nice thing to sell there. That's a very, very good first jump. Let's upgrade our shields. Let's just make sure that everything is, yep, that's tracking correctly. This is kind of annoying, I've only noticed this. The only paths to the exit are either this way, or they're through this back route. That's a little bit frustrating. I think we're going to go here, 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 and then up, and then try to get to this back place as quickly as possible. We do not want to have to dive in Sector 1. We are going to attack the pirate. This ship is irritating. Because we need to use missiles on this ship, otherwise we literally can't hurt it. But I think here we might want to charge the swarm missile up twice. See if we can hit that room and take it down. Their weapons are not dangerous, I just want to keep that stupid thing down so that it can... Then we won't need to use any other missiles, we just keep using the crystal heavy laser to repeatedly hit systems. All we're really worried about now is that they might run away, or that they might dodge stuff long enough to bring this stupid thing back up. The breach that we got in there is causing them trouble though, so... that thing comes back up before we're ready to fire, we will immediately chuck 3 swarm missiles into it, but it looks like we're not going to need to do that. Okay, they are running away now, so... I'm going to actually just shoot the missile now. The crystal heavy laser is quite slow, and they might not have gone off in time. Into the nebula. Yeah, this is the boarding event. Okay, they've gone into a quite annoying place. The clone bay on this ship is quite difficult to defend in my experience. It takes a while to vent down to it. Oh, okay, they're running out. It takes quite a while to vent down to it, and you can only fit 1 person in there if you want to actually fight in that room. So that's quite frustrating. Quite frustrating part of this ship, but it's a very minor weakness. Okay, you're in there, and you're coming in here. What we're going to do is we're going to use our crystal lockdown power. You're stuck. You're being vented. You guys have not even bothered trying to come through. You can run over there, but you're still being vented. Like, they're going to eventually maybe break through. Actually, I think they just all died. Yep, they're all dead. So yeah, there's an example of how you can use, even though this isn't Crystal B and you're not using your crystals for boarding, or at least you aren't yet, you can still use them very efficiently for dealing with boarding events. Let's jump to distress. We don't need to allow our oxygen refill all the way yet. We'll destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. Okay, here we definitely want to try to swarm missile snipe one of these weapons. Those are very nasty weapons. We took down the one I was less concerned about, but still, we only took 1 damage. They have a rock and an NG. We're definitely not killing this ship anymore. Let's put swarm missiles into engines, because they're trying to run away now. We want to pull the NG. We want to delay them from running. It is annoying we've had to use more swarm missiles than I would like, but there was no way we were stopping that ship from us getting away without it. And that's a very, very good reward. We're unfortunately only one scrap short of being able to get our shields up to level 4, but that augment sells for 40 scrap. And in the meantime, if we don't, well, we probably will just sell it here. If we don't sell it, our weapons are both vulnerable to being shot down by defensive drones. This just messes defensive drones up and stops them from being able to do that. We need to count how many jumps we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the fastest path to the exit. Can we do that? Yes, it looks like we have about 8 jumps. I'm going to take 1 more and then hit the store. So I'm not sure whether we have 8 or 7. If we go here, 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 and out, we definitely are okay. If it looks like we'll be good enough, like here, we'll take an extra jump, say there. Good, we found a fight. Unfortunately, they have good weapons. This is another instance where we're going to try to sucker punch with a swarm missile. They kept their missile up, but that's only a Lido missile. They did do this clever thing and swapped it out, unfortunately. Let's use another, and that's some... You can't do anything about that level of dodging. They just dodge everything. Put another... They have dodged our last 3 shots. This is extremely annoying. We need to fix our O2. I wondered about whether they were just about to bring that up, so I held off on shooting the crystal heavy laser. I would ideally like to do this without firing any more damn missiles. You go in weapons for a moment. We don't need engines right now. Now you go in weapons. Damn it! No, it's not a good reward. I think we killed the person who was in there. We've had to use way, way more missiles than I would have liked by now. We got 2 back there. But, like, we started with 15, and we were down to 5 there. Like, none of these enemies have been particularly dangerous in terms of actually threatening to kill us, but they've been dangerous in terms of threatening to run away. Which, an enemy running away and doubling the fleet pursuit, given this awkward layout, would be very, very bad. Let's go to the store. We know there's not going to be another one in this sector, because that other one was up there. Okay. For the moment, I'm going to keep the defense scrambler, because we're not going to get anything for getting rid of it. I mean, there is some danger that if we hold on to it and we have 2 more augments dropped, we could end up losing scrap. But I think that's not too likely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more jumps. The odds that, and then on the 6th again. The odds that we get that, they're not that high. I mean, we could get some drop in next sector, but I feel like it gives us enough of a benefit. Actually, we can go to this in preference to that, because we know there's something there. We have decent options at Distress Beacon. In particular, we have a good blue one from our rock plating. This ship we don't need to use a single missile on. Is this ship crew killable? We could potentially just plug the oxygen over and over again with our crystal heavy. We might try that. If we can get a breach, Zoltans are not that good at dealing with breaches. I can't remember if this ship can actually run away. In case it can, I'm going to start charging the swarm missile on it, but I'm not certain that it can. Well, we missed anyway. But if we can hit this and ideally put a breach in it, we might be able to do something useful. Yeah, we can only hit 2 more times. I think our odds of this working are very, very remote indeed. Yeah, this isn't happening. But we don't need to use the missile. They're definitely not running away. And we can just shoot this at whatever. We got a double scrap reward. Very nice. Yeah, it looks to me like there's only 3 jumps. So we have to go here, here, there, now. It wasn't clear earlier whether there were 3 or 4, but... And we got more free stuff. Nothing there, unfortunately, but we had no choice but to go through that beacon. No, we're not giving crew slavers. Is this a boarding drone, or this is a system in training? I'm just going to shoot that down. I don't think I want to try to crew kill this. I can't tell what's over on the ship, and I can't find out because this thing's been repeatedly ionized by sensors. If I go and kill it, they might send another one over that lands somewhere I actually care about, like shields. So I think I'm just going to shoot it down. Let's start powering this up just in case they start running away. Accept an NG. I typically reject crew offers early. We have 155 scrap effectively right now if we sell the 2 augments that we have now. No, I'm refusing that. I'd like to be above 160 so I can buy like a burst 2 and hacking if it becomes available. And I wouldn't mind being in a situation where we could buy some of those things if they became available, even without having to sell stuff. Because like the rock plating is useful, it has some very good blue options associated with it. I know NGs have very good blue options associated with them too, but NGs don't have any blue options that give you guaranteed weapon drops. Also, effectively not rejecting the NG gave us a blue option there that gave us 22 scraps, so. To the exit. And more free stuff. Neither of these choices is ideal. The Zoltan shields obviously are quite annoying because our weapons are kind of slow at getting through them, as we saw when we had to fight a ship like that. And the Uncharted Nebula, on the other hand, is an Uncharted Nebula, but I think the Zoltan sector has more stores, and that's really what we need now. We just need to get some sort of weapon that pops shield bubbles. We need to have a glance at that. So we're going to go here and then here. Okay, this ship is not dangerous. Power up the missile in case they try to flee. Take their cloaking out, that will speed things up. It will if we hit. Missing speeds nothing up, obviously. Depending on what crew they have over there, we may not be able to keep that down. Like, if they have an NG over there, which there's a high degree of probability they do, it's going to just come right back. Doesn't look like it, actually. Cool, we got a breach on that as well. They got one level back and then immediately went into cloak mode. So mostly I'm just concerned here about the possibility that we say hit something, it triggers them to start trying to run away, and then they immediately cloak. That would be the worst thing that could happen here. So let's try to stop that from occurring. We could win the fight right now by firing the swarm missile at doors, but I don't think we need to do that. We're going to try to get through without having to use a weapon. A missile, rather. You can actually survive on this ship going into Sector 3 without a weapon upgrade, because you could just swarm missile shields. But you, as with most ships, you really don't want to do that. Down they go. So we can't see what's at that. Path, we probably want to go something like here. If that's a store, we go to it. Otherwise, we can head across and down to there. And then we'll have seen everything up to these beacons. But let's give moments for our oxygen to refill a bit more. Let's try to get the ammo. I don't often do that. It's almost always the case that fuel is more valuable, but on this ship, that's probably an exceptional case. I wonder how many crew there are on this ship. If there's 2, I know you get a better reward if you crew kill this. And if there's 2 over there, we might be able to get a crew kill by hitting... or maybe even by hitting O2, depending on what type of crew it is over there. Let's find out. They have 3 crew over there because they ran someone from engines. That doesn't necessarily mean we can't do it, because if that was, say, a mantis, but it doesn't sound like it was. The sound effect would be different. I suspect it's just a human, maybe a Zoltan. Yeah, they fixed that reasonably fast. I think we just killed the ship normally, which is unfortunate. We're going to shoot weapons out because then we can start powering like our engines. Powering the engines will be useful in case these guys run away, although I'm not sure if they ever decide to do that. Yeah, there we go. Engines up. Let's hit piloting. Okay, they're not going to run away. Even if they dodge our next 20 shots, the 21st would find them at the same health and then it would hit kill them. Yeah, we get 1 missile and 8 scrap. It's a very bad event. I don't want to hit all of these jumps. Zoltan Nebula are generally pretty bad. And we want to get further and find a stall. We're gonna swarm missile sucker punch this ship. Bye, Flak. 1 well-aimed missile, and this fight has no danger to it whatsoever. Well-aimed and well-timed, I should say. Take out their evade. Failed to take out their evade. Stop having weapons. This is a Zoltan sector. Haven't you heard of peace envoys? We're making you into one. You have no weapons. Only thing we're too concerned about is the Zoltan Border Police. There's that stupid time waste event. I'm actually going to put you indoors just in case we see the Border Police. It will give us immediate door control. It slows our weapons down a little bit, but it's not that bad. I saw that that hack was heading at shields and therefore decided to keep the second bubble on. Can I take one of these out with a missile? We can maybe take them both out. Well, we can't take anything out because they dodge like crazy. Oh, we got a rock resist there. Unfortunately, it did still set a fire. And I'm concerned about this shield hack, obviously, because that is it is powerful enough that it can get rid of both of our shield bubbles. Okay, we want to vent that fire. We now don't need the missiles, we're quite safe. Especially we're going to hit hacking so that they can't hack our shields down should they say time it so that that happens when the heavy laser comes back. I should have run you back to weapons. I think we might actually take a missile here. Yeah. That was a misplay, but it didn't matter because we got a rock resist, so Augment saving us from a misplay. But yeah, I need to remember that. Start him indoors, run into weapons. All of you just get back to your stations. I know I could buy more power here, but I don't need to, so... Okay, we found a store. We'd like to go to that quickly, because if there's nothing good there, we want to find and go to the other store. Unfortunately, doing this has meant going to a pulsar, and this ship would be completely harmless if it weren't a pulsar. But it is a pulsar, and that means it's insanely dangerous. I hate ships like this in pulsars. Okay, good. We hit there and swarm missile into drones. Take them offline. Can I actually fire the swarm missile here in case it takes my weapons offline? It didn't, but you can't be too careful, and pulsars are not places to try to conserve resources. Other than your hull, that's the most important resource to conserve in a pulsar. I'm gonna actually accept this, because if this pulse goes off and hits our weapons, we're gonna take a crap ton of damage when the beam drone comes back. I hate having to accept this, because it's a bad offer, and it turned out we didn't need to, but I couldn't be sure. We have a store coming up, we have absolute crap loads of scrap. We just need to make sure, and the 4 missiles could be useful. We just need to make sure that we don't, you know, get massacred, because we get mini beam and beam drone to death after a pulsar hits our weapons. We don't need to wait, because we can jump right to a store. Okay, what have you got here? You have hacking, we'll probably get that. You have... Okay, you've got hacking and you have flacking. We're getting both of those. Flak. Hack. We'll use the swarm missile for the moment. Use that in preference to the swarm missile for the moment. Should we sell either of these now? We could sell one of them to buy the backup battery. I think we'll sell the defensive scrambler now to get backup battery. But we will keep rock plating, just for in case we see the blue option that might get us a weapon drop. But before we do that, I am going to head off a bit. Alright, we're back.
Do I have time to do this? No, I don't. I'm going to lose jumps, unfortunately, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Participate in the study. I haven't run people back to doors, that's unfortunate, but whatever. I'm on YouTube. Oh, you're going there. Well, I can vent you out there quite easily, and then you'll run into piloting.
I should have hacked the missile down, that was a mistake, and now it's too late. Unfortunately, they set some fires with that missile, which is frustrating. Could you stop auto-firing? I'm going to actually move you two out here. Since that room is on fire, they'll run out. Our pilot will go in and fight that in a moment, and being a rock will be completely fine. You get indoors. We're still worried about the border police. That is a great reward. That is like a triple reward. We got 2 lots of scrap, and we got a drone that sells for a fairly large amount of money. It's like 37 scrap, I think, was the drop. Something I thought of while I was out of the room and then forgot to put into place there. You get back there. Is that I'm going to preemptively vent the Clun Bay. Because we do not want to have a situation where, say, the border police come on and they board into the Clun Bay and smash it. That would be very bad. I'm also going to vent my, actually since I'm going to vent my crystal, let's get the O2 back in there so that when his clone comes out, he doesn't take immediate suffocation damage. These weapons actually, with hacking, it's possible that we could get damage through even against 4 shield chips, because we could hack piloting, use Flak to knock 3 shield bubbles down, and then the crystal heavy laser would pierce through the last one. So we have a lot of leeway in terms of getting damage through for quite a while. I think since we just got an expensive drop, we go here. We're gonna lose like 3 jumps. This really sucks. I wish I'd realized this before. I guess I should have checked the map before I went to that store, because if I'd realized, I probably would have, I don't think that I would have jumped to the first store that early. But, oh well. Sell that. Let's buy the auto reloader. Yeah, we just have to go distress and then on to the exit. These people have mind control. It's the only dangerous thing about this fight. It's level 2 as well. Let's see if we can knock it offline. Got it. We might only lose like 1 jump. 1 or 2, it's not clear. So that's unfortunate, but like, okay, this ship is completely the same. It's unfortunate, but on the other hand, this sector just gave us everything that we need, so I think we can spare a hacking drone to do this. They now need to break through a locked door. That's what charge my FTL. I can't dodge any of this stuff anyway. And they can't get through more than 1 shield. They need to batter through the locked doors, then they need to fix the oxygen. When they fix it, I will immediately hack again. Unfortunately, it's level 2, which makes it slightly more difficult to get the crew kill, but not noticeably so. I want to avoid firing the flak if I can, because it's inaccurate and it might do hull damage to other areas, which I don't really want to do. But we missed there, so we're going to fire it now. There we go. I think they probably do get this fixed before you die. Or maybe not. No, because actually the hack delays them repairing things. You can see they fixed that system faster than they fixed O2. And that's because O2 was hacked and that other one wasn't. That is really, really good. We get a free Zoltan. Zoltans are, like, amazing to get for free because they give you free power. We don't have enough dodges, so we're going to put you to make it worth keeping, like, the rock there. So we're going to put you in dodge, in engines. Now that we've done that, should we move the rock over? How much? You have nearly level 1 weapon skill, so I'll leave you there for now until we get a better option. I'm going to move this rock onto doors. I will still vent this area, though. Although I don't know that the border police can actually turn up at the exit thinking on it. I'm pretty sure they can't. Scrap some of the debris, we get 9. I think we did only lose 1 jump in that sector, and it's not atrocious. Scrap totals were decent, and we had that amazing storm. So we're going to go Mantis controlled over these. We'd like to now farm up 150 scrap to be ready to get cloaking, if it should appear. Unfortunately, that store is too early for that to be possible, unless we get insanely lucky and get like get back-to-back double scrap rewards. But we can probably get our scrap up enough that we can do it in the next sector. hack weapons. We need to stop these people running away, but we will first of all focus on not getting tagged with missiles. There we go. How many crew do you have over there? 3. You do have a repair drone, but if we damage shields, they will run the pilot in there. Yep. They are going to fix that fairly quickly, though, so. Hit engines. Make them run out. Hit shields again. We get a free rock, which we already have rocks, but like getting another one is good. And he's even got the skill that we aren't currently occupying, so we will send Swamps over to be our shields guy. Should we hit 2 more before this store? We can afford to do that. There's an outside chance we could get enough that we get... Okay, that's not going to happen. I was going to say, there's an outside chance we might get enough that we could sell the rock plating for cloaking, which would definitely be worth it. Use all our tools here at the pulsar. Unfortunately, that was lined up perfectly. I couldn't do the hack trick. That just obviously blew up the hacking drone. I'm not going to send another one because we can probably knock it offline. This is kind of annoying because we're now in our... Okay, both sides' weapons got hit, so it sort of evens out. You go fix oxygen. It's annoying that we have oxygen down in the hull breach in here, but the rocks have lots of hit points, they'll be okay. We don't want them to die though because there's a pulsar going off and we don't want it to pulsar plug that. So let's get you out of that room. Wow, their weapons got hit again, so we're getting a little bit of luck with that. I'm not too worried about that, honestly. You can break my sensors. I'd rather, guarantee my crew don't die. I can probably dump Flak into there and take you offline anyway. Yep, we're good. Cool. Crystal takes less damage from suffocation, so we'll use him to fix the breach. Cool. We can get another jump in. If we can get scrap here, there is the possibility we just need to get to 110, and if there's hacking there, cloaking rather, we can get it. Attack. That's the potential to get scrap. Good thing too, these are very dangerous weapons. Fucking hell, that's an Artemis missile. Level 5 weapons already in Sector 3. We've taken that down, but we're still in danger. We dodged that shot aimed at our weapons. That was very good. We could have dragged the crystal over to a different slot to keep safe there, but it's better to not have to do that. No, we're not accepting your surrender. That's not anywhere near good enough considering how dangerous this ship is. Do not allow them to flee. Cool. So yeah, if this store has cloaking, we can get it by selling rock plating, which we will absolutely do if that's what's here. It isn't here, unfortunately. Take a quick look at the map. I think I'm gonna get the pike beam. It's kind of anti-synergistic with the heavy crystal laser because the crystal laser doesn't pop shield bubbles and the pipe beam requires all shields to be down, but we have Flak to clear shields. So let's do that. Let's get a pipe beam, get a few points of repair, let's get weapons up once. And which weapon setup we use will kind of depend on the fight. Sometimes we'll use this. We'll probably like to get our weapons to 5 ASAP so we can use the beam and the crystal laser. And we're going to keep the swarm missile just in case we somehow get completely weapon screwed and can't upgrade again, but that really should not happen. We'll side with the fugitive, see if we can get a mantis. We couldn't. Instead we got a bunch of hull damage, which makes this much more dangerous because that's an ion blast too. Flash shields for long enough to get the second shield bubble up. That's very annoying. People fix hacking. Since this is going to shoot one of the Flak down usually. Are you kidding? They actually hit my weapons with their ions, which meant that even though the Flaks hit, I couldn't use the pipe beam. That's really fucking annoying. Because it was ionized, I couldn't even drag it into the different slots to take advantage of that. It was not possible. There we go. We will take damage from their pipe beam here because they managed to get our shields all the way down. Got a rock resist there, that's useful. I don't want to bring the crystal. I guess I might as well fire this, but I don't want to use the crystal heavy because that will get completely owned by the defensive drone. We seem to take a lot of damage there. Maybe we had more going into the battle than I thought we did. I guess it's that. 1, 2. We have 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3, I guess. We don't have any way of knowing which jumps are better, so. Attack the ship. This is not too dangerous. We might be able to crew kill here. Get you in here, and now Dora's guy go join in. You two get out of there now. Yeah, they're going to board me with his NG in a moment. And we're going to kill the NG, and then we'll kill the Mantis over on their ship. He's already run him into that room. You two get in there. Mantis is running there to try to fix that. We will hit them again in that room. Swap around. Crew kill. And we get another completely safe fight. I don't think this, given that they have a med bay, it's unlikely that this will be crew killable. You just start venting. And we'll use our lockdown power to keep you cut out. We are going to hold off because we'd like to get into sensors to see what's over there. We could possibly crew kill it by hacking oxygen. They have a fast teleporter. Yes, please board me with the NG. Yes. Okay, we can crew kill these guys by smashing their oxygen. We could potentially do this without even needing to hack the oxygen, but I'd rather just make it more certain. Wow, that is a very fast teleporter. They got the NG back. But whatever. Because the NG wasn't on the ship at the time, they're going to be trying to do repairs with a Mantis, which is obviously not going to work. Let the NG through. And look at that oxygen drain down while the Mantis very badly tries to repair. This ship can't even try to run away because it's a Mantis ship, so we're not in any danger of that. Okay, we didn't hit with the Flak, but we hit it with that. And you are now very dead. NG might make a doomed attempt to break the doors down, but it looks like they just gave up completely. Weapons up, power up. Now we've got 3 weapons online. Now, we are jumping out of this. This sector hasn't been that high on scrap, unfortunately, so we're not jumping out as much as I would like. But, you know, in lieu of us getting cloaking, getting another weapon is a very acceptable sector. Can we hack this in time? Yeah, we can. Just in time. I would have preferred not to have to do that since we're a little low on drones, but we're below 20 health. Let's just be safe. There's another store there. It might as well be, you know, millions of miles away. In space, I suppose there's a possibility that it literally is millions of miles away. Very pedestrian Sector 3 in terms of scrap. Off to civilian. Wow. Holy crap. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nebula jumps. That is fantastic. I don't think we can hit all of them, because if we hit these 3, we wouldn't be able to get to this one. But I think we can hit 9 of them. We go here, 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 and then through all these. We have to give this up, but like whatever. As long as we don't die while we're in the nebula, we will be able to make quite a lot of scrap and be very ready for when we see a storm. There's definitely not a storm in the nebula. Oh god, this ship is really, really annoying. We have to hack piloting here, unfortunately. We need to get those shields down for the pike beam to do anything. And that means we're at risk of being hit by this missile. Which is, of course, an Artemis missile. Why would it not be? Damn it, I was worried about that. They're gonna cloak again here as well. Ugh. What a bad fight. They don't have any evade now, so we can take that off. But, like, the damage is already done. We took 6 damage in that fight. Entirely due to the missile. If we spot a store early, we might end up having to jump to it just to get repairs. we can very safely search for survivors and equipment, and we found a survivor. While I like having a Zoltan in there right now, I think right now I want the extra evade since we're a bit low on health, so I'm going to actually leave the Zoltan there as a battery, and we'll temporarily move this human in there. Actually, we might be able to hit that jump up there and get all 10. We don't need shields. That could be a Hermes missile, and it is. We cannot allow that to fire at us, ergo we are going to, I'm using the word ergo wrong there, but whatever. Therefore, we are going to hack the missile down. No weapons for you. And the surrender thing sometimes messes with your beams. It's very, very annoying. You can see it there that it just dragged because that dialogue window popped up, my beam suddenly just dragged way off, just as I was trying to aim it. I think you died the instant I opened the door, because I was going to let you run in so I could kill you for combat XP. We know this and that isn't a store. We're going to go over here. We might spot one there. This ship is trying to run away, but we can hack weapons, which we need to, once again, because of how low we are in health, we need to prioritize. That's also an Artemis missile. We need to just prioritize getting that offline, even if it means they run away. Damn it. We failed to knock that offline. Let's keep the pike beam over in slot 1. Yeah, I was worried about them doing that. We'd already fired the flak, so... Could you please hit? Well, rock resist there was quite nice. We've taken 8 damage in this sector so far, and all of it has been from Artemis missiles. Every single moment. And you might think, well, maybe you should increase your engines, because that would make you take less damage. Well, we've been hit by 5 Artemis missiles in this. If we bought 2 extra levels of dodge, which would cost us 45 scrap, then on average we would have been hit by 0.5 less. So we might have dodged 1 of those missiles. But engines really don't provide you with a meaningful missile defense, because they only average out over the very, very long time. You know, they give you an advantage over the long run. But you don't want there to be a long run of people shooting missiles at you. Your defense against missiles is to either put up a defensive drone, that's a real defense, or, if as in most games, you don't buy a drone control system, your defense is to just knock the damn things off and kill the enemy before they can use them. We are going to hack very aggressively at the moment, because we're in comfortable position as long as we don't die to scratch damage, which we are at risk of doing right now. Especially if our flak keeps missing most of them. We might win as soon as the cloak ends if our crystal heavy hits. Yeah. No store there. But we're gonna go here, here, and here. If we spot store any of them, we're jumping there early. Okay, we've got an automated Rebel Scout, and, you know, amazingly, it does not have an Artemis missile. that's quite annoying. Our crystal shot actually collided with their ion in the air. That's extremely annoying, because we're kind of on a timer here. We want to win this fast, while we still have the backup battery on, which is going to go down in a moment. You get in there. Just give me another shield bubble. Okay, now we're safe. Let's take out piloting so that they can't launch anymore. They got mind control off for just a moment, but I knew that that was going to happen when they were about to die, so... I think that has to be a Leto missile, because this is a level 4 weapon, that's at least level 1. I don't think they can have level 7 weapons this early in the game, so I think that must be level 6. I'm still going to hack it down, because unfortunately, even when we get our shots in, we'll probably knock the burst 3 off, not the missile. They've also mind controlled our dodge ability. I don't think we can do a great deal more. You get in there for a moment. Yeah, like at max we're gonna do 4 points of damage to this system, and that assumes our flak hits, and it assumes everything hits. Yeah, they've still got a missile. Rock resist coming up clutch. See if we can knock this off without needing to wait for the beam, because we have taken out the their piloting. They ion bomb something that doesn't matter, and that means we get you. So we got out of that without damage, and we see a store. Good. We're just aborting here. We can probably curl. We can go here, curl back, then hit things at the bottom, and then head to the exit. Okay, this is a good storm. So it's a pity we can't also buy mind control, but we need to actually get some repairs. We're going to sell rock plating at this point. We're going to buy not mind control, cloaking. We're going to buy this ion blast to give us a bit more offense, and we're going to sell these. At this point, I will sell the swarm missile, because I've got 4th useful weapon. And basically, if we get nothing else to drop, we can use the ion blast and the flak to clear shields, and these weapons to deal damage. And it's highly unlikely that in the 4 sectors that we have left that we don't get, you know, some better options. I'm also going to buy these drones because we're getting a bit low. We won't need them as much now that we have cloaking, but still, 5 is a little bit on the light side. I am going to head off for a moment. Alright, I am teed up and ready to go. So we're going here, and then distress, and around, and we'll get loads more jumps. I guess we didn't need to buy that ion blast, but maybe we could replace the crystal heavy with that eventually. Oh, we got another store to go to. I'm not 100% sure we need to do it. Well, we definitely don't need to do it, but I think we probably will. We might be able to farm up enough scrap to get mind control there. Let's investigate. Should we get this guy to join our crew? This can sometimes just be a repair. Let's get him to join the crew, why not? Also, we can now get back to using our Zoltan for engines. We'll look for a fight where we can train. Nope, this is a possible double scrap reward. We want to hack here? Yeah, we want to hack here. Now that we have cloaking, we don't really need to weapons hack as much. We can hack for consistency in terms of hitting. And take their offense off. 14, and we're going to destroy this ship and salvage it to get a double reward. With the amount of nebula jumps we've been to, we really don't need to try to get extra in this sector. Fight the ship. Don't think we need to hack this. Thank you. Like beam away. Go help fight this guy. Pilot actually has level 1. Look at that. We'll go store there and out. I guess we're buying a second auto reloader. So that's pretty cool. Oh, nice, an outpost just to cap this sector off. And we won't have quite 100% of aid on this missile, but that's an Artemis missile. Take a bit of damage there. Got 39 scrap. Let's go to the exit. We have 30 of each of these. We don't need more, but that was a very good swap to make. We don't have an NG, so neither of these sectors are that great. I find NG controlled is more tolerable without an NG. And this also gives us option to red sectors here. We wouldn't mind going if there is one, which the odds of there being a rock homeworld sector on this map are extremely remote, since there's only 2 light red sectors. But if there is one, we'd like to go there because we have a crystal, so we have a chance to unlock the secret crystal sector if we can find a rock homeworld sector. I think we go this way. It's not actually that clear to me which is. Actually, I think this route's better if that gets me to somewhere I can see a lot of beacons early. Yeah, we'll go this way. Nothing there. Kill the refugees. Yeah, let's do that. If we had an NG, we'd have a blue option here. We don't. We're just going to ignore the damaged vessels, because if you don't, you'll get a fight where you make no scrap. And speaking of making no scrap, that's precisely what we've done so far in this sector. I don't like this ship at all. We're using everything against it. Ow. You go help fix that. And our cloak is temporarily not hacked. Oh god, that's really bad. Go fix shields. Everything, get into shields. Should be able to win here with our light beam. Yeah, that was a dangerous fight. Like if that shot that slipped through and hit weapons, say, we would have been in big trouble. sector has really sucked so far. Let's go to the distress beacon. Offer them. We would have a blue option if we still had our rock plating here, but whatever. That's a great option anyway. Let's send a rock in to fight that. There's a store. We're going to go to that store and try to get mind control. We need to, at this point, upgrade the ship anyway, but like we'll avoid spending any scrap until we can see if there's like a burst 2 or something nice there. We wouldn't mind replacing the crystal heavy laser with an actual heavy laser at this point. Store. Burst 1's not really enough. I mean, we could get like the burst 1 and go flak, charge burst 1, and ion blast, and that would be really, really fast with the double auto reloaders. But I don't feel like that's enough of an upgrade to do. If it was obviously a flak or another burst, or another flak or a burst 2 or something like that, we'd snap it right up. Repair. Let's get our weapons up once. Gives us a little bit more ability to get through shields. We'd like to get them up again next and probably bring the charge laser into play. Or could we do this? Let's see. If we do this, actually, our setup is faster. It doesn't deal as much damage, hull damage. It doesn't damage as many systems overall. But it does deal, more concentrated damage, and it does it faster. We want to do that. I think we'll do that for now. We're keeping the pike beam though, because we want to use that at the end. Like, we'd ideally swap the ion blast out and use these other weapons. I'm also going to upgrade my engines at this point, because once we get our skills up, we'll be able to use that to get 100% evade with cloaking. Hack piloting to guarantee shots hitting. We'll cloak this for 92% evade. Dodge that Hermes missile. And now let us taking that down. That's all that really matters. Nope. You go and put that out. I'd buy 2 power bars here, but I can't because of the solar flare. Explore the asteroid field, we get a fight. This fight's pretty dangerous. We will still hack once their hack is done, because it will blow the hacking drone up, but we will have got our first volley off by then. We can also grind dodges against the asteroid field, although I'm not deliberately doing that, it's just, it will give us dodges. Cloak. Yeah. Weapons are down. We're safe. They'll blow my hacking drone up, but it doesn't matter. My weapons actually charge faster than I was expecting them to there, so I'm not used to having a double auto reload. Oh, nice. We once again can't spend any scrap. There's a pretty good chance here to get a bit to get a bunch of jumps by doing a dive. You just go this way, hit all of these, go to here, and then dive. I think that's worth it. We'll get an extra, like, 4 jumps by doing that. I'm actually going to do that, which is crazy, but I have crap tons of fuel and not crap tons of drones. I think actually I only have... I'll get here, 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 and out. That's still worth doing. Unfortunately, there was nothing there. Oh yeah, I need to spend some scrap. Attack. We definitely don't need to accept fuel surrender offers. We have loads of fuel. Get that power. Be nice to be able to get the beam on. But at the moment that would take literally all my scrap, and then I'd be sad if I spotted an immediate store in the next section. If we had mind control, we could easily crew kill this. We could possibly still do it, but I'm not sure that it's worth trying. Let's see. We need to knock this offline is the most crucial thing if we want to crew kill. We don't want that spinning up. Go and punch him. Okay, good. They ran him back. I want them to board me with the engine. Yes. Board me with the engine. Come on. We need to cloak this so that it doesn't completely take my shields down, which is annoying. You can just go there. Okay, good. That's down. We're actually going to vent in this room to make sure the NG dies. Get back to your positions. Don't die. Damn it. Are you kidding? How many friggin' dodges was that? Not enough. Now, should I... They don't have enough hull for me to get a crew kill through any means other than by hacking oxygen at this point. I was hoping to avoid being able to do that, do the minimum amount of hull damage I need to do that. I need to save some hull because I will need to knock this clone bay, which is level 2, down again. So I can't do any more hull damage if I want to crew kill this ship. Which kind of sucks, but it is going to take them a very, very long time to bring up the only weapon we're concerned about. And at the moment, we can sort of farm dodges off these two weapons. When they have both, when the oxygen runs out over there, we just shoot the clone bay out again. Yeah, like you're going to try to do that. You have to break down a door. There won't be any oxygen in there. Not either before you get in there or not long after. Okay, you have managed to get in there, but it will take you an eternity to fix. And you haven't gone out. Yep. Hooray, crew kill! And we get a free NG out of that. Would have been nice to have that at the beginning of the sector. Even though he's got engine skill, we're using him indoors. We can't possibly get our engines all the way up for this dive, so actually maybe for the dive I will use him in there. Because that way, with the NG temporarily manning that, we can cloak the ASB at 100% of aid. And we're going to hold our scrap in case of early storm. These weapons aren't that bad. I forgot to actually send someone to man my doors after I did that. That was dumb. You get in there. I actually now need to run you out of there because you're going to die otherwise. Your health is too low. Okay, you just take over weapons and get these two to fight. One of our shots collided with theirs in the air. Cloak. I think I might have cloaked a bit early there. Not quite. But not far off. Our person just ran into a vented room because I forgot that the doors were still open. We're not killing this ship, let's just get out. Ooh, rock homeworlds. So, off to the rock homeworlds. Can we find this crystal secret sector? The answer is probably no, but we might get lucky. We don't have long-range scanners, so we don't have any way of specifically looking for them. Which is unfortunate. My experience with this sector type is it's quite bad. If you don't find the crystal sector, it's like a complete crap sector to go to. The crystal secret sector is definitely not there. It's not ever at distress beacons. Like, you would ideally we would find it right here. But we have no way of controlling that. I'm holding my scrap just because we're going to the store next. I don't like this fight. It's the double boarding drone nonsense. And this thing's gonna ionize my my clone bay. I'm just gonna, like, if they smash a few systems, I'd rather do that than lose a bunch of crew. Right now. They're gonna actually go and synchronize. They'll go to, they didn't go to the same room earlier because the ion intruder was in clone bay and you literally can't fit two things in there. We have somehow failed to knock this Flak off. There we go. They probably won't destroy this, because I think the ion intruder throws off first. And does he... oh no, he did stay there because the ion intruder ran to cloning. Whatever. Well, we got a first reward, and we get the Federation base quest as well. And there's a very useful thing about knowing that that's the Federation base quest. We know that the Crystal Secret Sector is not at that beacon. You go and fix this. I don't know, we're gonna have to clone anyone, but just in case. I think Angie will get out just in time. Is it worth hitting this first? Like, these beacon jumps are so bad that I just kind of have to hope it's not down there. Double heavy ion is not a weapon combination you see very often, but it's actually kind of nasty. If they both hit, they would strip my shields completely for a long time. But we can cloak, so they're not going to both hit. I don't think I've ever used double heavy iron. Maybe with a really desperate NGP run, but I don't think so. Really desperate NGP runs are also known as NGP runs. That's a kill. Now we're gonna go. Oh, we see both stores, so we should be able to get mind control of one of these. Failing all that, we can get another flak. Flak. What do we want here? Stick like this for now. Our final weapons will probably be flak, charge, pike beams. And I actually want to keep these. Actually, maybe gonna do this. Maybe even actually. No, we will. Now that we have more single target stuff, we'll do this. This gives us something to upgrade onto at 7. Although actually we could just do this. Yeah, we'll do that to upgrade onto at 7. So we'll sell the Ion Blast now. Let's take a few more jumps before we hit this other storm. Straight shit. The one that gets us into the crystal sector is called the Ancient Device. And well, you can tell it because it has a blue option from your crystal. We got 5 borders. I wish we had managed to get our hands on mind control by now. But no such luck. Stay out of my weapons room. Getting some more hit points. You go help fight, you go help fight. All hands on deck. We'll kill here with the flaks, we don't need the pike beam again. A lot of orders. Down to the store. There's the mind control, and there's long-range scanners as well. Now, this isn't, you know, as good a chance to get the secret sector because we've already seen jumps that could possibly have been it, and it's too late to go back to them. But we're still gonna buy it. Like, it's kind of late to get long-range scanners, but it's not too late. I've acquired them this late in a run and still had them pay themselves off. Like, we know none of these jumps is it. We're gonna go here and then see more. We're also gonna bump our weapons up at this point. And now we can use all of this stuff. Just one moment. Right. I don't know whether we have any chance really of getting to these. Let's go here. There is, of course, the chance that we've already passed it and that going and looking for it is a giant wild goose chase, and I would be better off just going to the fights. However, I will at least make some attempt to look for it. This quest is the Rock Homeworld's quest. It sucks. They've added the quest marker to my map. That's useful insofar as it tells me that's not it. That's the only valuable thing about that. At this point, when I get to this asteroid field, I'll be able to see pretty much the only 2 beacons that it really could be. So I think at this point I won't dodge the Federation-based quest. The Federation-based quest is usually quite good, so yeah, we just made like 70 scrap for doing nothing. So let's go here. And we'll see whether or not we can spot a possible ancient device. I'm not sure whether it's possible whether any of those quests that we've got might have overwritten the ancient device. I know sometimes quests do override empty beacons. So it is actually possible that has happened, I think. Let's let all our weapons get up. We will kill on this volley. And use up again. No, we've already passed it. Because all of these jumps are not possible to be the ancient device. So it was probably like one of these crap beacons down here. Unfortunate. If we had the rock plating, we'd have a blue option here to give us a weapon, but whatever, we got 40 scrap anyway, so it's not too bad. We don't need to hack here. We just need to take the Flak 2 down, and if we can't, we can cloak it. That's a lot of rock resists. Get wrecked. $44 scrap. Jump to the exit now. Get another lot of scrap. Well, let's see what we can go to next. Well, Rebel Control. That's a very strong, high scrap sector to end with. It's not quite as good as, say, a Rebel Stronghold, but whatever. The Rock Homeworld sector was actually okay. For Sector 6. Sector 5 was awful. We're almost certainly just going to get shields up to 6 here, but let's just check. Rebel sectors often only have one store, so just in case there had been only one store, and it was right at the beginning, I wanted to hold scrap. The long-range scanners that we bought last sector will be very, very nice in terms of helping us find fights. This ship is not dangerous at all, we can crew kill it. The only way it can hurt us, well, it depends on what that bomb is. But like, about the only way it can hurt us is to line this up enough to pop 2 shields and then for that to hit. And we can just... And, you know, we can just cloak if it looks like that's going to happen. Go help out. O2's out. That's just a small bomb. It's not too likely to do anything nasty. And they don't have a medical unit over there. Ow! You killed one of your own guys with that bomb. Like, you nearly killed my pilot, and that would have been quite unfortunate. They might still do so. I'm gonna just cloak here, because I don't want them to say bomb the pilot. And then, after that, bomb my Columbi. I'm gonna pull a dirty trick here. Almost fixed, almost fixed. Oh no, Lexi. Lexi let the side down. Now they have to start over, and they have to break the door down and all the way again. Ah. The Rock is 2 wounded. Send the NG. Oh, couldn't manage it. And we now have max engines, so... Just cloak so they can't fire any more bombs off to annoy me. So we get a crew kill there. We've also found a store. We wouldn't mind selling the system repair drone, although I'm not 100% sure it's worth a jump. On the other hand, it's not too bad. We could potentially, if we have no other options, we can upgrade weapons there, get the charge laser on and sell the crystal heavy. It doesn't sell for very much though, so looks like that's going to be our only play though. Take a quick look. There actually is another store, so I will hold off on that. We can get more jumps. Sometimes rebel sectors only have one store, so... It was worth holding on to find out. If I'd known there was another store, I wouldn't necessarily even bothered going for this one. We want to hack here, double drone ships, and asteroid fields are nasty. Loads of dodging. Keep giving me fights. Download the data stores. We failed, but that doesn't matter. We just get a fight. We have long-range scanners anyway, so we might, in those instances, be better to fail. Cloak all this crap, buy us time to get a good weapon shot off. Their drones are way more dangerous here than their weapons. Might be able to take them out with the Flaks here. Yep. Forward scout. We're gonna still avoid hacking. The pike beam can damage so many different rooms that their pilot will be forced out of that room. Yeah, we've damaged 4 different systems. Are you kidding? I should have just cloaked, but I didn't think it was likely that they would somehow manage to line that up when we had max evade. No, not quite max evade, but very high evade. Really? Cut this shit out. There's been some real nonsense going on this one. Still, we only took 1 damage as a result of that. Go to this store. Charge 3 is not worth doing. We would have to get rid of the... We could use like Charge 3 instead of the Pike Beam and use it with Crystal Heavy, but it's not as much... It's not better enough to be bothered with that. Sell this. Get weapons up. So this can be our final setup. And double flak are very, very strong, and you know the other weapons are a bit pedestrian, but whatever, they're good enough. Let's also start upgrading our subsystems. There we are. I think we are a little bit low on scrap in this run, just because the last couple of sectors haven't been that high scrap. You people get back to your places. We'd like to get cloaking and hacking to level 3 though. This might be a run where we don't get level 8 shields. No, they left up the thing that we didn't want them to keep. You annoying people. You're going to cloak as well. Guess what? So are we. Oh, they have a wall. I did a bad beam shot there, but it was enough that it didn't matter. This sector is annoyingly empty. Two more power bars. Like our next upgrade to be hacking. Demand surrender. Intruder drone is coming. Let's just... We actually shouldn't have hacked this room, but we can take it down completely with the pike beam. And yeah, they're landing in our shields. That's very bad. Well, we've taken the missile down and most of their weapons. We can't go there without having to double back, so let's not. Try to get the storage cache. They only have level 3 shields, let's hack them down. Not sure whether we fire before this missile, it looks like it, so it must be a breach missile. Oops. We didn't quite manage to stop firing fast enough. Whatever. Oh, we got another beam. Cool. We'll do this instead. I feel like I've used this on this ship recently, or did I? I used this layout on another ship, and I think it was another rock ship recently. It might have been Rock B. Having level 3 shield hack is definitely very good when you're doing double beams. How many jumps do we have here? Okay, that's going to get swallowed on the next jump. What we're going to do is go to the exit, do whatever there, then jump past it, go to the pulsar, and then jump back. Obviously doing a dive in a pulsar is a little bit arrogant, but we should be okay. Ugh. I don't want to sell any drone parts anyway. I need to be able to hack. Stop murdering each other. Flaks will kill here unless they get preposterously lucky. They did not. We grab 40 scrap. Let's wait until our shields are not ionized and then we'll jump out. 5 ship to deal with, it won't be anything too problematic. Dump a load of flak in there. You two go and punch this fool. You can maybe hit shields. Yes, we did. Cool. Cloak. Jump away. Our people who are fighting will even get hit points back from this, so that will enable them to win. Hooray! I think they were fine. We'd like a repair station just to make absolutely certain we don't run out of funds, but on the other hand, we can probably hit this one. And we don't really need, we have 11. We don't have, okay, I'm glad that we did this. This is a double scrap reward guarantee. That should mean we can get the max level of shields still. One shot of those fools and got 82 scrap. For a Sector 8 double scrap reward, that's actually not that high. It's still pretty good. Should we get cloaking up first? Let's get cloaking up first. Battery. We can probably still get top shields, but if we can't, it doesn't really matter that much. We can very definitely win with just this. Just off one-shotting them, but only just. And Flaks will take them down here. We get that bad. Not enough time reward. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can afford to do this. We might lose the repair station, but again, it doesn't matter that much. Fights against auto scouts in this sector are good because they don't have any risk of being the stupid, annoying, not enough time event. That only happens against actual crewed ships. No, I want to actually fire the beam. I don't want to just consider the concept of a beam. Not great scrap totals from these fights. This could be a not enough time event, and I'm definitely not messing around given they have a missile. I hacked too early, god damn it. I may not have hacked too early because I have double auto reloader. That would definitely have been too early had I not had double auto reloader, but I do. Hooray! It was. And we've lost this jump. Well, I guess we can do that. The rest of our upgrades will just go into power. Maybe we can damage buffer mind control, but we don't probably need to do that. Do one dive. It's possible there'll be a beacon, a fight to hit in that one above the flagship. Do we try to kill this shit? Fucking yeah, let's kill him. We have 15 drones. Punch each other in the head. It's a fun new game to play with all your friends. Now you can suffocate. You like suffocating, don't you? Probably shouldn't have done such a long cloak there, but we'll be okay. We just want to hold on until we have it down to like half its cooldown. And actually, we weren't really affected there because the backup battery caused it to go down early anyway. So we just wanted to recharge as much as possible, kill this guy, he's now dead. Jump away. There was a fight there, but the rebels took it over. How annoying. Jump to the base. What are you hacking? Engines, that's not ideal. We now can't have 100% evade. So we might take scratch damage from missiles. Frustrating, but not much we can do about it. We have 90% evade. Sad. One missile, double fires, in shields. No, get the NG in there. And they hit with all three of the ions, although I suppose that's not that unlikely considering that they have our engines hacked. It means we can take damage from the laser here or the... Yeah. You're dead. We'll hold off so that we can, using the beam so that the death animation can finish playing. I can maybe even snipe Nellis. Yeah, I can snipe Nellis here. Ooh, get wrecked, Nellis. Actually, Nellis is unfortunately going to come back because we blew the ship up with that shot. Oh well. We can't really jump anywhere to get more scraps, so we're just going to wait here, let our people heal. We won't have any trouble winning this. it's possible that those 2 points of scratch damage will be the only points we take. We should be able to deal with phase 3 rather efficiently, because we have double beams. Open all the internal doors and run O2 at level 2 for the boarding guy. Well, they've landed in the worst spot on the ship that they possibly could have landed in, because I can't outnumber them there. So we're just going to take turns. And that's very frustrating. Yeah, let's do this. And this. Mind control on you. You get out of there and be replaced by the block. Let's fire these flaks and then cloak. We can fire the beams while we're in cloak, and actually we will not do that because they're going to kill this mind control person. Reduces the number of people we have to deal with next turn. Next phase, rather. Here, they are one of them dead. NG, come and fix this. The only thing we can upgrade here is sensors, which doesn't really have much of an effect, but whatever. One point on into the mind control. We're in some danger that if we take a point of damage on mind control that we would lose the ability to run it. And then they could start doing nasty boarding stuff. But we have a full crew, and we should be fine. And we shouldn't really take damage on this phase because I'm going to hold off so my crew are full health. But we shouldn't really take damage in this phase because we can level 3 cloak the missiles, keep hacking through the Zolt shield with our beams. Hey, come on in. Start being vented. You guys get out of there. That was a lot of dodges, unfortunately. Okay, we got that flak in the air. That should enable us. We want to use backup battery for this. Yeah, our beams will choose through what's left of the Zolt shield. I want to run all my shields here. I also want my damn evade. Give my evade back. Okay, let's get the hack over there. I'm not quite 100% evade for this power surge, but it's near enough. You don't need to fight in a room with O2. Actually, let's let them through there and then vent that room. Yes, that is the correct way to do it. Dump the flak into there, whole beam, do this, pipe beam, do something like this. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, this would have been almost certainly, well, I mean, we could potentially take scratch damage here because we're not going to have cloak for the laser surge. But this could quite possibly have been a 0 damage ship had we not had engines hacked. Actually, let's pull a flak down for a moment to get more evade. We win the fight here, so we don't need our flak. It's just a matter of whether we take damage while our beams kill them. There's the shot. That's the shot. And pipe beam, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, it would have been a 0 damage fight had they not hacked our engines. You get out of that room, go and fight there, I guess, whatever. So that's a very comfortable win and a good score. It's not like a supremely high score, but anything over 6,000 you've had a strong run. And that was certainly a very strong run. Let's have a look at our stats. Almost exactly 1 ship defeated per 2 beacons explored, which is sort of like what you'd like to have. And that's pretty good considering we didn't get the long-range scanners until late Sector 6. So it's not like we were mostly benefiting off the fact that we had those. They're great for doing that. But actually, we just got lots of, we just were good at finding the fights. Especially we were in green sectors for a lot of that. And we had that really bad NG sector. We obviously helped, our beacons explored us quite high, and that's in part because we had that ridiculous civilian 4 with the 10 tile nebula, or 10 beacon nebula that was just really, really, really good. So, altogether very strong run. Roxy is not a ship you usually should struggle to win with. It's not great, but it's good enough. Let's find out what the 7th ship we play will be. 3, 2, 1, and go! Well, this could be a little bit more challenging. Slug B is one of the weaker ships in the game, but it's a boarding ship that is most notable for the fact that you don't have any way to heal other than this gimmicky bomb. But we'll see how we can pull what we can pull off with that ship next time. So I hope that you enjoyed Roxy, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.